was never anything other than the Enigma for most of my life. A lot of people go, "Oh, you must have had a lot of balls to do that, you know, wow, you're brave, you know, whoa." It's nothing like that at all for me. It's just a natural thing. Well, I grew up in Seattle. I was raised on comic books and casseroles in the backseat of a car going back and forth to private lessons. And so for me, when I go see the X-Men or anything like that in the cinemas, that's like my closest relatives. You know, those are people that I know better than I know any friend at school, because I never really had the chance or the opportunity. I lived a very isolated kind of savant lifestyle as a child. You know, we had piano lessons and flute lessons and singing lessons and dancing lessons, and my brother had, you know, like clarinet lessons and bassoon and such, and we were involved in a magic club and all this stuff. So there was a lot of stress on entertaining. You grow older and you're realizing, you know, well, what can I do? What, you know, how am I going to make a living in this world, and so on and so forth. And you think, well, I just want to, you know, entertain. And there's so many different ways to do that. And being in a magic club, you know, it's really closely related to Sideshow, which North America has a huge history of. And so I started reading about all these impossible things you could do, like swallowing swords or eating fire or having a bed of nails or anything like that. So I was like, you know, 15, 16 years old, and I was doing this stuff. You know, I believed. I really believed. In the day, you know, the circus used to be the heralder of entertainment and news, and the circus would travel around the country and tell the other farmers, you know, down the way what was going on with the farms just down the road. So that was your CNN, that was your, you know, your movie channel, that was your, you know, MTV, that was all that combined, and it'd be huge crowds that would come out to check that out. And then, of course, you know, you had, for the little kids, you had the little elephants and you had the clowns and stuff. And for the adults, you know, they would see maybe the menagerie, you know, a variety of different animals and this and that. But in between there, you had a group of people that had kind of grown out of the coloring books and the clowns and such. They wanted something that appeased their openness in nature. As the young people are always open to new things, new ideas and such. Their imaginations are still growing and growing in crazy ways, and that open-mindedness took them to what was the Sideshow. Human marvels is a traditional term for those that were the working acts in Sideshow, those that had altered their bodies, that had transformed or changed or could do things that most people couldn't. And that's what human marvels are. And everybody is a human marvel in their own way. They all have that potential to reach out and grow and grab things and invent things and come up with new ideas or, about anything around them.
I am Papa Enigma. I used to be a voodoo priest, casting spells to cure the sick and ward from the evil eye. I was a respected member of my village. I gave my people hope and fear. They believed in my power, and their belief gave me power, until that fateful day. I'd worked a magic too strong for my ears in an attempt to gain forbidden knowledge. Word spread through the villages. I sat with the chiefs and elders to discuss my punishment. I was sentenced to an island of voodoo zombies. There the Hun Gang held me down and forced me to breathe the polvo de la zombie, the dust of the walking dead. I awoke in a shallow grave and had to claw my way out. Perhaps my priestly knowledge kept my will intact. Now I walk with the living. Not alive, not dead. A living zombie with unnatural, supernatural power. What? Doubt me? Seen too many X-Files episodes? Sided with Scully? As the moon and earth malign and stars blink, I shall reveal my power to you. Behold!
Well, I come from the band Human Marvels, which is an extraordinary group of individuals. Ranges, varies, a lot of different people are involved. Recently it's been myself and Cats and the Tiger Lady. It's a combination of rock and roll and sideshow stunts. So what you see on stage is basically, us trying to do our theater, our stunts, and rock out all at once. The music is part of the show. There's usually sideshow people out there, or there's musicians out there, but usually they don't cross. There's theater, there's sideshow, and there's music, and I do all three on stage. mean, it's kind of like a jam in that we got these parts, and now we just need to
figure out which order they go.
play them.
Let's do it.
Do it, Colin. Count it in.
Okay, 8 bars is kind of like, it would be only like doing it twice, so, like, I mean, technically, right? Or,
yeah, okay, well, this is good. Okay, let's take a little break and think about it. Let's hear it in the studio if that's possible. Oh, it's not possible. Okay.
Well, the music is highly varied, and it's kind of like a soundtrack composer's attempt at rock and roll. And so what that means is there's a lot of stuff that's atmospheric for the stunts, and you know, it does get a little bit, you know, rockin' here and there. It's just interesting more than, I mean, it's not really all comedy tunes. So it really doesn't go in that genre, and it doesn't really go in the, oh, it's just totally rockin' genre.
They were here, men of iron, with horse and drink, bulging with wood rod and jaw.
It kind of goes in its own place, kind of a clarity, kind of a background, and yet with a message. You know,
From the masters comes a rapture. From the torment comes enlightenment.
I have religion shoved down my goddamn motherfucking throat every day of my life. This is nothing new. Deep-throating Jesus. Is it a cross or is it a sword?
well, the sensationalism of the music is that it's unlike anybody's ever done before. And it speaks very clearly if you listen to the lyrics and so on and so forth. And with the stunts combined, it heightens the performance of the stunts, and the stunts heighten the performance of the music.
What you call a mystery is what I call my history. Buried under
Ew. And that's why they call it cock rock. Gimme my truck, and I'm driving forward. I ain't coming back, I'm going to stay. That Oh, you know, woman of mine. Straight to hell. I don't want nothing to do with that lady. Oh, I'm gone. Just like me, huh?
The Enigma gets the blues.
No one's got the blues like I got the blues.
The new instrument in our new show is going to be a musical saw.
No? Okay. Worth a shot. Alright, we have to have a seat here. It's kind of a short one. Hello. Just testing out the saw.
Instrument or something for you?
Yeah. Don't worry, I won't hurt it in any way.
One of my favorite actresses played musical saw, Marlene Dietrich. She's a genius, a really great actress. So she played it and looked really classy doing it. So I was like, she can make it work, I can make it work.
She'll make it better.
Yeah, right?
I bet you didn't know you could do that with a saw.
We're soldering this to this to that.
Yeah,
One solder.
Yeah.
I truly believe this might work.
It will work, and now it's time. And now it's go time.
Yeah, once that thing comes down, I'm not going to use much gain. I think I'm a lot more sustaining too.
I started last year and I had a hiatus because I lost my musical saw in a small town.
What is this song? I'm sorry, I'm freezing up. Start it again, sorry, let's see, wait.
What are the first words of Vertigo?
It's like,
All you can get is every child.
it's like, you know how to like, okay, wait a minute. Wait.
What are the lyrics? Should we just like pull them out so you can see them?
Okay, little.
Ah, there you go. Little.
Little.
Line.
I got it.
The voice. Ladies and gentlemen, I have here a hammer and a nail. I'm a suicidal carpenter, don't cross me. Hey, that reminds me of a joke. You know why Jesus died on the cross? He forgot the safe word. All right, straight into the center of the skull for your amusement. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wait, you just gonna let me do this? Yeah. Oh, you guys are so mean. Turning on me now, are ya? Actually, the center of the skull, as I've calculated the computer, is approximately right about here. Oh man, it's nothing to sneeze at. God, it'd be like a nail gun right in your head. Now the extraction using the claw part of the hammer. Here we go. Oh yeah. Hey, but this is the year 2005. We need power tools. Straight into the face. Now to flip this thing in reverse. Very good. Hey, I know where it's been, Mom.
And then there's like the coffee table book that I was gonna come out with. I could talk about it on on the video.
Well,
I can
talk to him a little bit. You kind of.
It's a coffee table book. It's good for many different rooms in the house. Because what you have is you open you laugh. Sorry. It's very serious. Okay, so you open the coffee table book. It's got that nice end pages, and then you turn the page, and on one side is a very, very beautiful coffee drink in glass and all that, the whipped cream, sprinkles, and it's got a title like
Cafe Mocha.
More like the Disemboweler, and 4 shots of espresso, et cetera, a little something that could be served with this very fancy drink. On the other side of the page, you have a toilet and what the results of the drink, and that would also have a title such as the figure 8, or,
the Disemboweler Prowler,
hot snakes, and then you could also put it in the kitchen because you'd want to make these drinks. And then you can also put it in the bathroom because then you can identify. Whoa, that must have been.
I had one of those coffees.
It was. There it is. Oh, that's incorrect. All right, that's. Well, it's about the future, really. It's about predicting the future. People want to know the future so bad that I was thinking that, everywhere you go, even in the bathroom, once again, that. You don't know whether you're gonna, get a clean break. That's all you want in life, clean break. Or you're gonna end up with a bunch of paperwork. So that's why you have the tarot. And on the toilet paper, I have tarot cards. Perforations every 4 inches. I was looking at myself, envisioning myself on the stage, thinking, how could I improve my act? Let's see, I guess I could be a different color. Well, you could do that with lighting, or no, you could paint yourself up. No. What if you tattooed your body completely a different color? Wow, what a weird, strange idea that is. How cool is that?
Step up to the cure, here you'll find a human soul. Creatures on lands are hard, strange, unusual, and bizarre. Sights and sounds beyond the mind, nothing short of this banner line. True to life, I promise you, now we'll see just who's who.
The face is definitely something that expresses a lot of our emotion. I took that into account. I didn't design a tattoo that would obscure from my ability to convey my emotion.
From Budapest, from a box she comes up as this cowgirl swings her rope and whip, shoots real fast and from the hip. Our magicians are from Vegas, Nevada, to pull off their chicks and need bravado. The tattooed man's skin is a bluish mist. The ink you'll see is under 200 artists.
Well, I also had that idea for a pattern at the same time. It was the same day that this idea came about. You could, be like, little square grid pattern, or you could be like, a jigsaw puzzle. I thought, wow, that's kind of a neat idea, because I had never read in the comic books about somebody being, a complete puzzle.
I never just wanted a piece, like one tattoo. It's like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to completely adorn my entire body with tattoos. Or I'm not going to do it at all.
I'm going to shove a meat screw through my arm, but I need your help, your encouragement. Tell me to push. Push, push. All right, I got one more. Here we go. This one's going through my hand. So really make some noise.
wouldn't say I'm a pain freak, like I just want to sit around and cause pain to myself and that's going to get me off, but I think that, you know, pain and pleasure are both important.
When you walk into a tattoo shop and say, hey, I want to tattoo my entire body, they just kind of laugh at you, you know? But I never thought about it as a tattoo. I mean, American tribal is a stamp collection. You know, it's, oh, I want one here, one here, one here, all different stuff and nothing very cohesive. For me, it was not so much a tattoo as I just wanted to be a different color, like the color of my skin. And so, it's just a whole different idea, a whole different concept.
I would practice on oranges and grapefruits, and I would get pig skin from the market and practice on that. I would tattoo my own hands with water and white ink.
I'd met her a couple of times and I mentioned to her that, hey, I want to completely tattoo my body a jigsaw puzzle and, you know, fill it in blue and all that. And she mentioned that she wanted to be a tiger. So I was like, wow, this is cool. Then, you know, hey, here's some money, get tattoo gear and meet me in Seattle and we'll do this. And so that's what happened.
A few months later, yeah, started on a full body tattoo. I would tattoo him like 3 to 6 hours every day for a month.
It was rough. I mean, we started at the ankles and worked our way up, and you know, after the first week or so, you get kind of needle shy. I mean, it was like 3 hours a day, every day, pretty much, basically. I mean, sometimes we'd take a day off or so, and then we'd just, you know, do more work. So it was around 100 hours.
You're not just working on a canvas that's a living person. You have to really care about what they're going through. You need to have empathy.
I only had a month off before I had to start touring again, and I had told everybody that I would be the Enigma, and they were like, okay, cool. And so I kind of had to get it done, and it was not necessarily easy. And so I was like, wow, can you give me horns? And he was like, I don't know, maybe. I'll have to think about it. Like, cool. So then the next year, all of '96, took 10 times to get him this size, pop out the old and put in the new. And it was a lot of work, but I have horns. I mean, I just figured that's what monsters would have, right? There might be another stage. I mean, right now they're Teflon for that non-stick cooking horn you've heard about. And of course the next step would be to replace this with coral from the sea. Your body registers it as dead calcium, coats it, replaces it with living calcium. Then you cut the skin off and sharpen them up. And then in 100 years after you're dead and buried, the scientists dig up your skull and the tabloids read Satan's skull found in desert. Well, I'm just planning ahead. But really, I mean, that's a possibility. There's other things too, but
it just seems like this grand, like, art piece, this piece that's just, it's taken on its own life.
it is better to know oneself than to listen to others to interpret those feelings and emotions for you.
If you consider your own ego as in like, I exist now, but I didn't exist before, and I will not in the future.
But
and
you've
that is
always
an
existed.
understanding.
You've always
But
existed.
that's no, it's not true.
How is that not true? How can you say it's not true? You just didn't exist in this form.
And so where is that? Some fantasy world you made up?
I don't know. Just
some fantasy world you made up because it's not real.
What are you talking about?
It's not real.
Did I make up a fantasy world?
Yeah, obviously,
how do you know
because
it's
it's not
real.
Because, okay, I'm talking. Okay, see.
You're talking about your physical.
Okay, do you believe that this exists?
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. That's your
So
reality.
now, all right, so fine. I mean, you can go in your reality,
Right.
and that's fine, in some make-believe spirit world or whatever, but this is what I believe in, which is here, and what I am.
So everything you can see you believe in is real?
This is what I know of. I don't know
This is
any
what you-
other.
it's what
I don't
you can-
make up
it's what you
something
can
and say,
interact-
no,
yeah.
it's real.
It's what you can interact with.
Here you have a bunch of people, and they go into a building, and one guy tells everybody that what they're feeling is this, and what they're feeling is that, and that this is the way you should think, and this is the way you should be. That doesn't sound very right to me. You know, that sounds like, let's see, brainwashing, programming,
Don't you find that the fact that you're conscious, doesn't that strike you as a little bit odd? As out of all the things that evolve on this planet, do you believe there's aliens? The possibility of aliens?
Of course there is.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
There's a possibility of all kinds of things.
Anything, because there's billions of planets.
But I don't say, oh, they do exist. There are more things that we cannot see or know about because our
Absolutely.
brains are too small.
Absolutely.
And so
They're
to
not-
say
that
and,
it is
and
something.
to say anything other than what we perceive and what we know to be true as fact is just fiction.
If religion is something that is a self-found idea, and it's really a reflection of, you know, it's not just convenience, it's not just because my parents were. If it's really something that you went out and studied religions and found the right one and all that, then why is it that America is mostly Christian and Iraq and Iran mostly Muslim? Kind of interesting. These are just facts. I present the facts. It's up to you to interpret them.
Because everybody's going in this direction doesn't mean that that's right for you, or that, I mean, you should find yourself first, and if you know who and what you are, you know, it's like then you can understand and be greater of your own potential, you know.
Just a couple hundred years ago, these people would have killed you for reading Harry Potter. I'm only trying to push in the way that, you know, that those ideas have been pushed against open-mindedness and acceptance and, you know, and a lot of that, you know, always follow the green, because that's, you know, that's what really is always trying to set the rules for mores, you know.
It's like you want to sell a pearl, and all the pearl shops
won't buy it from you.
Well, they all have shaken hands in back rooms, you know. So you really have to just, you know, maybe you're just happy just holding on to that pearl, but maybe you just put it on a road show and show the pearl around for $5.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah, but
I'm not out to point fingers at individuals. I'm not trying to, you know, monitor the state of affairs, because I try to think of, okay, let's see, when was the last time there was political rest? Oh yeah, never. So why should I let that interfere with my art? No.
I feel the change coming over me. Strange doing this in the meth lab. Now I don't have to pay tax anymore. That's all it takes to throw your tax receipts away.
In the world to do.
Dude, I could just say that I'm a traveling priest. And I do sermons in nightclubs. They'll buy that, right? They're idiots, right? Government.
Shall I do it here?
Want to see something cool? Come around over here. It's kind of like my stage. No, I got something better than that. Let me show you this balloon animal routine I do. It's really cool. I got this balloon out of the balloon museum in my wallet. Yeah. So what's cool about this is came individually wrapped for your pleasure. I know a lot of guys are out there going, oh yeah, I know about this. And you like to be prepared, you know? So, you know, in case it's not moist enough or gooey enough or sticky enough, you take care of the problem, right? Like that, right? But, thank you. But we can, in case it's not gooey or sticky enough, we can take care of that too. Simply reversal of the process. Back onto the finger, into the mouth. Not bad, huh? I mean, you people sit and age in front of the television set or movie screen, watching with blank, expressionless faces, listen to the voices of people that don't even exist except in the odd fermentation of an LA writer's melon, sucking in the twisted morals like it's the voice of God, a sermon lasting 120 minutes with popcorn, your communion wafer, and cola, your blood of Christ. What's next? As you cast out those that missed that last film like a sinner needing repentance, the only way to take penance by watching the video in the months to follow. I suppose we're all sinners. As I walk from room to room, noticing the silver screens, the altars I see before you, and there the ancient scrolls with the messages, the morals of the day, like Star Wars, Raiders of the Lost Ark, or for some Sesame Street.
I suppose the video store is our Bible, rather than the attention deficit disorder of Sunday Mass. An old voice slowly doling out a small, narrow-minded view of an ancient, unrelated story. What's next? I see it now! The Church of Cinematology! A free movie every Sunday. Special events during the week. Fastening the basket for the LA Mecca. Long live the comfortable chairs and air conditioning of that grand church of moviegoers. Long live the Church of Cinematology!
Enjoy your film.
Oh, there's that.
When I grew up, I went to school exchanging dreams of boundless grandeur for realities of very little worth. And, you know, because of that, you're always trying to search for, you know, something that does have magic to it. You know, you may not be able to turn invisible, but you can be blue. You may not be able to fly, but you can swallow swords. So it's real magic, you know. It's a real thing, and it's about creation, you know? It's about taking bare elements and not thinking about everything around you and how things have been told to do this or how to do that, but taking things and inventing them for yourself. Inventing everything around you in your own way. People don't want to accept reality. They don't want to accept things for what they are. They want to project things that just don't even exist. I'm talking about projecting ideas and stuff into reality, not projecting my fantasy in creating more fantasy. Hopefully, those that come to the show are like excited because they might see something in a wholly different way than they ever thought they might. I mean, that's kind of like the job of an artist. They present the truth. And when you present truth, it seems magical.
Well, the moon just fell outside of my window, crashed right to the ground. Everybody screamed, everybody ran, 'cause it made the most terrible sound. And now there's something in the river, and it's growing every day. I don't know how long we can last before it gets our way. And once it's loose, it's gonna go crazy, crazy on the neighborhood. Everybody's gone.